So today's date is the 9th, 1st, 2020. It's now 10:19 a.m. and I had to do last night's crunchings again. Last night and today I've started this medication against those parasites that I got from my doctor. Hopefully they won't screw up my foot or feet again like it did for a few years ago from another dermatologist, because I know there were 4 or 5 tablets also involved, like pills, tablets against those allegedly scabies or who knows what. I was the one telling them, those dermatologists, what I suspect these are. Instead, them taking a probe, like a biopsy. Biopsy is maybe a little bit exaggerated, but you never know, you know. So I just had this band-aid on it, or this gauze bandage I made over it. So after I took it down, I had these visitors on it. So the question is, where do they come from? Where did they come from? From the gauze, or after I had to knurse them? Maybe those parasites that I've discovered above my right ear there, and above and behind going there, right ear. Or these are the eggs, because when I crunched it here, that's my left thumb, then, see, here it is. Then this is another old location there, see it? That is thumb right there. And then I've heard and felt that there were blisters there. Or these blisters have something to do with Morgellons, I don't know. Whatever insect is laying those eggs there, because next day we get visitors like that, which is quite a lot. And when they move, or I straighten my finger like this is straight, bending my finger, that's it, causing pressure there. It's just like you feel the blood vein, pulsing. Same thing these guys say, when they move, then I feel them. It tingles. So you people out there, when you feel something tingling or itching, yeah, that's tingling, itching, then, well, what can you do? You've got an iPhone, make a photograph of it where it is, or make a little clip of it. I'm sure you have a computer at home, right? And then try to enlarge it. Or look at the area the way I'm doing right now. In the front there's some kind of light. For instance, there could be sunlight, and in the background there could be some shade of something dark, and then you have to twist your finger a little bit until you get something there, and then you may see them, like the one in the middle on the top that look like a hook, something like that, and then blow at it, like that, or breathe at it, hot air, like that. That somehow irritates them, and they go crazy. They go crazy. It's just you're pushing somebody, standing in front of you, and you push him or push her without them losing control and falling backwards. They're just swaying back and then coming forth again, because this is our nature, our stature. Their stature is more like moving like a snake, and that's how the air is hitting them. This may be the area where there's this folding in them. They are not like snakes, like pipes, like hair. They have these. They are like flattened band, like a. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like from your shoe, the sleeve, right? When you bind it together, your shoes. It's also not round, but it's flat, and these guys have these bends in them. So that's why when you breathe or breath at them, they here just vibrate here. Huh? Yeah. But when you do this hot air, then they bend in a special position, because right there is the bend that makes them bend. Bend over, bend. and make them go crazy, right? very gently, like this Australian guy. This animal is so dangerous, it can kill you by one strike of his tail at you. Now I'm going to take my finger and stick it up his ass. I've heard this one time from someone, that was so funny. I still have to laugh about it, because, this Garcia, this comedian, he was talking about things like that, or these guys in Las Vegas who have these lions, these tigers, and one of the tiger attacked this one guy. These are tigers, he was explaining. These are tigers, they're dangerous, you know. And then he made a joke like, there's a wild animal out there, a tiger running loose. Let's go get him, huh? But to Brooklyn, nobody wants to go for dinner. Something like that. I'm not in this area, but okay. First, when I took down the bandage, I thought it was maybe the bandage because they didn't move. They looked like this, like a bunch of stuff like that. But after I did my test, then I had my results. So now I'm going to take or pull them off with my tweezers here. Bum, 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 bum. Make them a little closer, huh? It's more fun that way. Oh, there's one on the handbrake there also. Something else. Oh yes, and my right finger at the same area, I can feel it. Something as well. Oh, I have to lay down like this. Look how tight they're hooked up. It's a hookup or a setup. It really pulls on it, You can feel it's ripping. Ouch. I grabbed my flesh accidentally. Oh, there's even more there. I didn't see the other guys there. See, I have to bend a little bit more. But there's also too much on the tweezer already that I cannot grab little ones, because these fibers are a little bit thick, right? So I'll take this bunch here. Maybe I'll get lucky. It's like a Christmas present, huh? So many of them. Oh yeah, it's starting to itch again in my head. Oh good. They're sitting there pretty tight. Oh yeah, it's itching again in there. on the top of the skull. Probably complaining, hey, he's ripping it out. Fall out. That I have to do one more time. And you can even see some bleeding, right? Is this possible? Or I've been just, ripping them out.